Loggia de Parma, this beautiful medieval building right in the heart of Parma, Mallorca, a location for one of my painting retreats. Now take a screen grab. The photograph is slightly distorted. It's to do with the lens of the camera. In real life, when you're there, when you're painting on plein air, you want to make sure that your verticals are vertical and you've got horizontals and you've got vanishing points. But the goal today is to capture an atmosphere and a spirit of the location rather than becoming completely obsessed in detail. And we're all responsible for doing that. I do that as well. I get wrapped up in it. It's not about the detail. Now, there is a way that you can win every time you paint, as long as you follow these basic, simple principles. So let's get going. You really need um, verticals. You need verticals. You know, there's no vertical, these are pointing in. So if we would, well, we will be there. Then three is here. These bits come up. Got some other bits that one of the things I've noticed with the homework is people get rather wrapped up and mesmerized by the detail, and that is completely and utterly understandable. But we don't want to do that. I'm painting this as if I was there. You've got this. I mean, this is me just really fun. I'm loving these shadows of the palm trees on them. I'm loving that. That would be my sort of drawing if I was there, very, very quickly. Right, we're going to get some first wash and back in. Oh, look, guess what? But not wetting the paper this time, and not the big brush. I'm just going straight into, we're going to paint the building in the negative. And watercolor painting really is like this. What you don't want to do when you're on your painting retreat or wherever you're going to, you don't want to be spending forever doing, oh yeah, I've got to get all this little bit here and I've got to get that. So look, yeah, there is a lot of that, but we haven't got time. You know, it's another half an hour, you'll be having tapas. You don't want to be still sitting there fiddling about with all your detaily bits, do you? Got time for that. Those little holes. I mean, it's done really, really quickly. Raw sienna, guess what? Here we are again. It's raw sienna time. And why not? Bit of white there. And it's almost the ground as well as raw sienna. And that building over there is raw sienna. While it's still a bit wet, let's get some orange going in there. While it's wet. I can't touch that because I've wet that. I should have done that the other way around, but it doesn't matter. Right, that's the first wash. A little bit of green going here. Got olive green. Just mix that olive up with make it a few marks. It's good. Just that's it, you know. What I do is I just leave little slivers of light here and there. There's also this the palm tree which is coming out. I've sort of left a bit of light there because I might want to show. Just thinking ahead, this is good. This is a good thing to remember. Little things like that. Just leaving that light, and then I'll get dark there and dark here, and I'll get a sort of a bit of negativity sort of going, which is quite nice. Right, I'm going to get some of my sepia. Again, not too dark, not too dark. Let's have a look. Just a little bit of just a little tiny bit of calligraphy going on. Again, I'm not spending too long doing all this. What I'm doing at the moment, and this is worth remembering, I'm drawing with a brush. I'm now drawing with a brush, and the brush marks, they'll be there. You know, the pencil marks are really just there for me to sort of understand where things are. And I'm doing this super quick. And when you do it, you will have a bit more time than me. So you can probably just spend a little more consideration. Because this is where calligraphy really sort of comes into its own. Not too long on that. Nearly there. It's just the important bits. You get real super dark, so you get those sort of things going on. And here, and it's the super darks that start bringing things to life. I'm just trying to make this sort of as easy as I can so you can get it. Yeah, so suddenly the values are now increasing, aren't they? The values are increasing. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're wobbly. It doesn't matter if you're not neat and accurate, and nobody cares. Just stuff. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. This is where painting sort of gets a bit more proficient and starts to look interesting. Right, and what I want to do now, right, while I'm here with a dry brush, just here, that nice bit of dark to light to dark, again, shadows coming. Yeah, lovely, full of atmosphere, full of liveliness, and we're not going, gotta do a tiny, we're not doing that. We're holding a big fat brush full of fluid, and we're chucking things and being confident to do it. That's the important bit. Yeah, I can hear myself sometimes. That's sort of a nice feeling, a nice flavor. I've got to come back. Let me just put some dark, the more dark I put in there, because then that dark just holds the edge of that line. This is nice. I'm feeling quite comfortable about this. Just want to get some. I forgot to that bit of raw sienna at the top. Does it matter? I'm wondering. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it sort of brings it back. Right. Basically, all I need is the shadow wash, and it's job done. And it's time for tapas. Then gonna have some tapas. Have a nice glass of wine. It's job done. It's the way you got to think. Don't spend forever doing every little bit of You know, I don't give a monkey's what's happening in there. I don't care because nobody else cares. I've just done a couple of dots. This is how you sort of get things to look really quite interesting. This is how it all sort of works. We're going to get a super dark running down the side of that, and we're going to get a big super angle here as well with some dark. I'll come back to that. Isn't it funny? A watercolor comes together in the last few minutes. Isn't that amazing? You know, you spend all this time, very different to oil or acrylic, which seems to build up slowly as you move along. You do little passages, but watercolor, you don't. You put the shadow wash. So I'm going to get my shadow wash here. I'm not going to do anything out. And I'm going to mix French ultramarine. You can use grey, you can use whatever you want, but I like to use ultramarine because I'll tell you why. Because I'm using the earth colour raw sienna, I'm using cerulean as the sky. And I find that French ultramarine just is so different. It's almost a warm blue. And especially when I add a little touch of alizarin, it just gets it slightly purplified. What I want is, I want the colour of blueberry. If I put too much alizarin in here, like some of the students did, it ends up being too red, and that's not nice. So there we go. I've got like a load of stuff there. See, in the tin, I've got the brush, and I'm now going to just see where the shadows are. Lovely. Yeah, it's where the painting comes together. Sliver of light there. Sliver of light. Just invented this bit on this side, which you couldn't see on the reference, but I've included it. Let's get a bit stronger down that edge. It's the shadow. You're getting a bit of reflection of the wet. Got this. Lovely. It's lovely when you're right. Okay, that's done. I'll show it to you when it's dry, but it's done. It looks loose. It looks fresh. It's captured the spirit of the place. I thought what would be really great was the reflection of the palm trees on the building. And you know what? I think it works. I think it works well. I am super delighted with that painting. I don't often say that. Well, here's the finished painting. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and maybe come and join me on one of my retreats. All the information is on my website, which is frankwatercolours.com.